Picture this, sitting behind a computer in a comfy t-shirt and jeans, wearing sharp glasses and that favorite hoodie. Each keystroke feels like magic as you build the next big app, dreaming of retiring as a self-made billionaire tech bro. This is the image many people have of software development. I like to call it the hush puppy ideology. But let's get real. Being a software developer isn't just about typing fast and cranking out apps over a weekend while basking in the glow of dark mode. The reality? It's deadlines looming over your head, late-night debugging sessions, and solving problems you didn't even create. And let's not forget the constant need to learn something new every week, because if you don't, you risk being left behind. In this video, I'll explain what being a software developer really involves. We'll explore the truths, debunk the myths, and cover everything in between. By the end, I hope you'll have a clearer understanding of what it truly means to be a software developer. So let's dive in and get started. Software developers build a wide range of products, from websites and mobile apps to operating systems and much more. We design, create, test, and maintain software that powers our digital world. Software development can be both a hobby and a profession, but there are significant differences between the two. Hobbyists can build software at their own pace, enjoying flexibility and less accountability. In contrast, professionals face deadlines and must deliver features on time, balancing responsibility to clients or employers. While some points in this video apply to hobbyists, my focus is mainly on professional software development. Now let's debunk three common myths. First up, the myth that software development is all about writing code. In reality, it involves extensive planning, design, testing, debugging, and collaboration with team members. Coding is just one part of a much larger process. For example, if you want to build a video streaming platform, you can't just dive into coding. You'll start with meetings to plan the project, considering factors like potential audience size, video storage, and streaming methods. After designing the platform's architecture, you break everything down into tasks, which you'll then code. Once that's done, a tester checks for bugs, and you might roll out a beta version for a small group to refine it. If you want to learn more about this process, be sure to subscribe. I'll be making a detailed video on it soon. The second myth is that entering software development guarantees a six-figure salary. While that's the dream, I assure you that many developers don't earn that much. The perception often comes from a few high-profile cases, like someone landing a job at Google and making headlines. But the reality is that many developers, especially newcomers, earn far less than $100,000. If you work for a company whose product doesn't rely on software, your earnings will likely reflect that. It's usually the big tech companies that pay those high salaries, and they can afford to be picky about whom they hire. You won't simply land a job at FIing, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Google, just by learning to code. You'll be competing against candidates with startups, extensive experience, and impressive achievements in coding competitions. In short, you won't make that much right away. With hard work and continuous improvement, you might earn promotions and higher pay, but it takes time. Many developers are still underpaid, especially in the early stages of their careers. The third myth is that anyone can become a software developer. The truth is, not everyone can succeed in this field, especially without formal training. Software development requires a solid grasp of concepts, strong problem-solving skills, and a lot of patience. Companies aren't just looking for the best coder. They want individuals who can communicate effectively, learn and grow, and think creatively. Focusing solely on coding might get you through the door, but it won't help you advance in your career. If you want to thrive in a team environment, you'll need those additional skills to succeed. So those are three common myths about software development. Understanding the realities of this profession can help you navigate your career path more effectively. Let's move on to the next topic. Now that we've talked about some myths, let's also consider what software development is like. Let me share what it's like for me. My workplace follows an agile methodology, so we have weekly sprints. Each day starts with a team meeting where we discuss what we accomplished yesterday and outline our plans for the day. We also talk about any challenges we faced. After our morning stand-up, I dive into my tasks for the day. I might work on a new feature until someone reaches out for a meeting. Thursdays are particularly busy as we hold a review and planning session where we present our work from the past week and plan for the next. When it's time to tackle a new feature or project, we begin with discussions to clarify its benefits to the company. This leads to research and justification. Everything we propose needs to be backed up because we're using company resources. You often need to convince stakeholders, like your team lead or manager, before moving forward. This process can take time, days, weeks, or even months, especially with the back and forth involved. If your higher-ups aren't technically savvy, navigating this can be challenging. Most of my time is spent collaborating with my team to ship new features, especially since we're working on a new project. But once we complete that, maintenance work, code optimization, and testing come into play. Given that our project relies on AI, I have to continuously learn about new developments in the field. Self-education is a must in this industry. I dedicate at least an hour each day to learning about the technologies we're using. There are times when meeting deadlines requires working overtime. However, many tech companies don't pay for this extra time, which is usually outlined in your offer letter. Each feature comes with a time estimate, essentially how long it should take an average developer. While it's common for tasks to take longer than expected, consistently missing deadlines can label you as an underperformer, and no one wants that. So that's a glimpse into the daily life of a software developer. It's a dynamic role filled with teamwork, continuous learning, and the occasional challenge. Let's move on to the next section. Now let's take a closer look at the pros and cons of being a software developer. First, the pros. One of the biggest advantages is the high demand for developers. As technology continues to evolve, companies are always looking for skilled professionals to fill these roles. So it's guaranteed you can get a job. It might not be the job you want, but you'll get one. Along with the demand comes competitive salaries. Software developers often earn attractive pay, along with benefits that can significantly enhance their overall compensation. Another pro is the flexibility of remote work. Many tech companies offer the option to work from anywhere, providing a better work-life balance. Development is a creative field. You'll be faced with unique challenges that require innovative solutions, keeping the work engaging and interesting. Technology is always changing, which means there are endless opportunities for continuous learning. You can constantly acquire new skills and stay ahead in your career. Finally, being a developer allows you to create software that can have a real impact on users and businesses, giving you a sense of accomplishment and purpose. Now let's discuss the cons. One downside is the potential for long hours. Deadlines can lead to working evenings and weekends, which can be challenging for personal life. Many developers experience stress due to tight deadlines. The pressure to deliver can be intense and may affect well-being. The tech industry evolves quickly, and keeping up with new languages, frameworks, and tools can be overwhelming at times. Especially if you're working remotely, you may feel isolated. Long hours at a computer can make it hard to connect with others. Developers often face the reality of technical debt, where shortcuts taken for speed can lead to issues down the line, creating more work later. Finally, while there's a demand for developers, competition can be fierce for the most sought-after positions, especially at top companies. Being a software developer isn't just about writing code. It's about continuous growth, collaboration, and resilience. If you're on this journey or considering it, remember, it's challenging but incredibly rewarding. If you found this video insightful, subscribe for more content on the realities of software development. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below.